and welcome to my presentation. My name is Sanket Dharmadhikari, and today I'll be presenting on this exercise, which is order and fulfillment. And this is a part of an interview process. So I am really grateful. Thank you so much. And yeah, so let's get started. So, summarizing it, in this project, I automated the process of handling customer orders, sending invoices via email, and visualizing sales data. So I used three main tools for that: the Power Query, Power Automate, and Power BI. So let's walk through each step of the process. This is going to be the agenda, which is again divided into three steps. As part of this project, I was also supposed to generate my own data for this. The Excel data setup consisted of three tables, which is the order table, the product price table, the discount information table. The second process was using Power Automate again to be able to mail merge the customers from this particular Excel flow. And again, it involves setting up a flow, mail merging and email creation, sending the email, and logging the email status again, which is basically appending the data for the sent status for these emails so that we get to know if the email was successfully sent to these particular customers. The third process was Power BI. Power BI, again, it involved creating charts, creating visualization, and trying to understand and trying to make sense of the data about if we can have certain insights and we can make better decisions based on that. So I used specific filters, slicers, different kinds of charts in this, and pulled out certain insights that we'll be studying forward. So yeah, let's get started and let's have a look at the Excel data itself. So this is our Excel data setup. So I begin by setting up the data that would be used throughout the project. The data was split across, again, three tables. The first one is the order table over here. The order table contains information about each product ordered by the customers. This table includes fields like order ID, customer ID, product ID, order date, shipping date, order status, which is basically delivered, shipped, or pending. And here's some demographic information about the customers, and the emails are really important because we'll be using these emails to send the email using Power Automate to these customers. We have the quantities as well, and these are some of the codes that we use, basically the quantity code, and this is a composite key that we used, which I'll be explaining it to you in a bit. But this was our first table, which was the order table. The second one is the product price table, which has the product ID and the price per unit for that particular product. We have 20 different products over here, as you can see. This was the second table. And the third table is the discount information. The discount information table holds the discount percentage applied based on the quantity purchased and based on the kind of product. So this table includes product ID, minimum maximum quantities, discount percentage associated to that particular quantity and particular ID. And this was again the composite key I was talking about that we saw in the order table. This is again the quantity type that we used to create the composite key using the product ID. So this composite key is nothing but a combination of the product ID and the quantity type, because we wanted to merge the discounts as well in the merge table, in the final table. So this discount is dependent upon the different product IDs and the quantities. So for example, in our main table, we had quantities ranging from 15 to 100. So we divided each product into three different categories of quantities. 15 to 40 is Q1, 41 to 70 is Q2, 71 to 100 is Q3, and so on. So these are the three tables that we'll be using. So now let's have some idea about how we can merge these tables using the Power Query. So for that, we can just go over here in the data section. We can just get the data and we can just select our Excel file over here. So we already have a merge table, but I would like to show you how I did it. So yeah, I'll just select my file. Just click next, and as we can see, we have a merge table already here, but let's just go ahead and select the other three tables just so that we have an understanding, so that we have discount information, order table, and product price table. So we have our three tables, and we'll just click on transform data. So as we can see, this is our discount information table, this is our order table, and this is our product price table. So we'll just click on the order table, and in order to merge two tables, so I'll just give you an example, the product price table and the order table. We'll just go over here, combine and merge queries. The first table is by default selected as order table. The second we can select as product price table over here. Yeah, and we can select the common columns over here. Over here we have product ID, and similarly it goes, this is the product ID, and we can just click OK, and we can just join a left outer, so that will work. And over here we can do that similarly for discount information. As we have created a composite key, we can use the composite key to merge the tables in the same way. So now let's move to the next step, which is automating email sending using Power Automate. We can use Power Automate for different functions, for automating different functions, but today we'll be using it for setting up email merges and setting up a flow for that. So firstly, we'll set up a flow screen. So this is my Microsoft account, and over here I have created a flow already, which is a cloud flow, an invoice mail merge. We'll just have a look at it. Yeah. So as you can see, I've already run this a couple of times, and I've already tried sending in emails using this particular trigger. So firstly, I created a flow that's triggered when I select a row in the Excel file. This flow pulls all the necessary information for a specific order, including order ID, customer name, product details, etc. And yeah, so I'll just give you an idea about the flow. Let's go on edit. So this is the flow, which is like the first step is we manually trigger the flow. This is list rows present in the table. We use this for mail merge and email creation. So we are just pulling all the data and selecting our file over here, which is the final data set that we already worked on, like the Excel data set, and we have selected the order table, which is the merge table that we were using for this one. So that was the first step. Now this is the step in which we create the email. So for each selected row, I used dynamic content to create a personalized email for each customer. The email includes their order ID. So I'll give you an idea about how the email looks. So over here, for example, I have sent few items. So as you can see, this is just a simple email. We can add more details to it, but I just wanted to showcase how we can mail merge different number of customers over here. So for example, we put in the first name and the last name, we used it over here. The order ID, they are able to see the order status, which is delivered, shipping, or pending. They'll get to know about that, and the total order value, which is after the discount that we have applied. So this is the information that they're getting through emails. So as you can see, I have sent a number of emails over here. Coming back to this, how we set this up. So this is something that we have used, which is dynamic content over here for this particular email using the table. Now this helps us to send the emails to the particular customers that are in the list already. Now the last process involves logging in the email status, which is appending the data, the sent email data, in a separate Excel file. So once this process is done, which is sending the emails, we'll get data on a separate Excel file, which will be something like this, which is the order ID, the first name, last name, email sent, yes, 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 order, shipping date, total order value, and product ID. So once the email gets sent to the particular candidate, this is been filled by Automate itself. So we get the idea about how many people we have reached out to, and this is how we can append the data till over here. As you can see, we have all the entries like in our Excel table. So yeah, we are good to go. So finally, I moved on to creating the Power BI dashboard to visualize the sales data, the order data, and the order status again. and monitor the business's performance. Again, I created several key visuals to track and analyze the sales data. So we can just simply have a look at the Power BI dashboard over here. Yeah, so this is how my dashboard looks like for this particular data that I generated. I've given it a title for Order Fulfillment and Sales Performance Dashboard. Over here, we can see some key visuals. I have used card visuals to visualize these particular numbers. These are total orders, total order value, lead time, average order value, and fulfillment rate. Here are some of the slicers, the filters that I used, and I've divided the data into three different parts, the visuals into three different parts. I'll come back to that, but I would like to take a moment to explain a little about the lead time. So this is the average lead time, which is the time between the order date and the shipping date. Ideally, it should be 3, but again, I think we need to optimize the process to bring it to 3. The fulfillment rate, again, uh, we understand fulfillment for this particular data as a product is successfully fulfilled if it has been shipped within 3 working days. So after 3 days from the day of order. So there might be some products that were shipped after maybe more than 3 days from the day that they were ordered. That's why the fulfillment rate is not 100%, but we can improve performance, optimize processes to bring this closer to 100%. Now, as I mentioned, I have divided this data into 3 different parts. This is sales performance trends, customer and order insights, product and discount analysis. So sales performance trends, each particular category has 2 different visuals, as you can see over here, and some insights, some textual insights that we have deducted from these visuals. Now this has 2 sales trend over months. We have 3 different months over here: January, February, March, and these are the sales data. We have another visual which tells us about the order status and the distribution between the order status based on percentages. As we can see, we have already shipped 40% of the packages from the data. Delivered, we have already done 36.67%, 36.67, I'm sorry. And the pending data is 23.33%. So this is the distribution. We can read from over here, the sales fell by 27.6% in February relative to January. So this is the data. This is something that we have deducted from this, deduced from this particular visual. The Vincent Chester location has highest number of pending orders. This is something that we again deduced from this particular visual. Over here in the customer order and insights, we have 2 different visuals. Both are column graphs. The top 5 customers by sales and top 5 region by average order value, which is this. So the top customer, Juan, contributed to 9.67% of the total sales. Coming back to product and discount analysis, we have a column chart over here and we have a line chart. The column chart tells about the top 5 products by sales, and the line chart is again a very good visual over here which tells a relation between the total sales and discount. So the company can have an understanding that at what particular discount rate is the sales high or low. So accordingly, they can make decisions on the kind of discounts that they can offer. So for example, at 30% discount, we have 14.3K sales, 14.3K dollars of sales. And at 10%, we have 10K dollars of sales. At 20%, it's very less. So we can maybe think about it. The best selling product is POO2, contributing to 10.78% of total sales. So this is something that we have deduced from over here. We can use these slicers. So as the hiring manager wanted this visualization to be more product specific, because we would like to analyze the specific products that we have. We have 20 products over here, as we can see. If we want to select any one, we can just go ahead and select. So POO1 is the product and the data regarding that product that we are seeing over here. Um, Everything is changed according to this particular product, so we can have an understanding about it, how many of these products we have already shipped or delivered, etc. So like this, we can have an understanding about the data, about the decisions that we would like to make, and we can also track our own performance um, regarding the order fulfillment using this interactive data. So this was the Power BI data and the dashboard that I wanted to show over here. So at the end, I would like to say that this case study was a great opportunity to demonstrate how automation and data visualization can significantly improve business processes by integrating MS Excel, Power Automate, and Power BI. We can streamline order management, ensure timely communication with customers, and provide valuable sales insights for decision making. Thank you so much for this opportunity to work on this case study. I hope this presentation was helpful, and I hope it makes it understandable for the processes and the steps that I followed. So it was a rewarding experience that reinforced my ability to leverage Microsoft tools for business automation and analytics. Thank you so much.